Hello, my name is Akani. I'm currently at AR55 and in this video I'm going to show you my personal artifact route, some more artifact spots, and a quick guide on artifacts and how to use them on which characters. First I'm going to start on 65 Inazuma artifact spots. I'm going to Watsumi Island, Kannazuka, and then Seirai Island. Afterwards I'm going to show you some Liyue artifact spots. I know there are many artifact routes online, especially for Liyue, but I cover where I'm usually going. In the end, I'm going to make a quick summary and some tips on how to use those artifacts. Here you can see the Watsumi Island map. I marked every artifact spot and I suggest you just mark them on your map too, so it's easier for you to follow this route.
It's my lucky day!
More speed. You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright. More speed. More speed.
Here you can see the map of Kannazuka with marked artifact spots. I circled in some places where I didn't go, but there are also artifacts. I can cover them in a later video if you like.
There's no end to this.
Another test subject.
More speed. More speed. Time to scout.
Here you see the final Inazuma artifact map. It's Seirai Island. Again, I marked every artifact spot for you.
Let's get down to business.
More speed.
The insolent shall be punished.
More speed. Shut up!
This is my Liyue map. You see again every artifact spot marked on this map, and I'm going to cover nearly every place there. So in these yellow circles, are the routes that I'd suggest you to go after the Inazuma artifact route.
More speed.
That tingle? Suffocate!
More speed. Obey!
In the mortal world at times like these, is it not customary to use an umbrella? The sky is clearing up, and so is my mood. I just hope no one shows up to bother me. If they do, I'll just make them disappear. Unleash! Manifest!
Another test subject.
Hello and welcome back. We went to Watsumi Island. It took us 6 minutes for 21 artifact spots. Then Kannazuka, 21 artifact spots in 5 minutes. Afterwards Seirai Island, 23 artifact spots in 4 minutes. Afterwards I showed you 42 artifact spots in Liyue, which took us up to 10 minutes. This results in 107 artifact spots in 25 minutes. You can only farm 100 spots a day, so I suggest you just take the route I did first, but you can decide on your own what you like the most. I mean, if you don't like the ship, because there is much space for taking the false boxes, then just don't go there. Or don't go to this last spot where I did these red crosses. And this was on Seirai Island. So just miss out what you don't like, where you don't like to go. So in the background you see I leveled those artifacts on 2 Diona artifacts. I used their 69k experience and 62k experience. Usually it's an average for 65k experience a day. So this leads us to 455k XP a week. So how much XP do you need to get one set of artifacts to a decent level for support or sub DPS? For most subs and supports, all 5 artifact spots at level 12 isn't that bad. It works quite well, and for me, it even carried me to 12-3 last season, I'd say, in a bit. So this requires a total of 435k XP. So that's less than a week going through these whole artifact routes without spending any resin. More specific, you can always level 1 artifact at level 16, 3 at level 12, and 1 at level 8. This is exactly the costs for 1 week artifact routes. But what do I mean with specific in this context? Well, I give you some examples. For example, decent healers like Diona, Bennett, and Barbara, their healing depends on health points and healing bonus in order to heal the most or to shield the most. So, a flower can only have HP. A feather can only have attack as main stat. Sands, Goblet, and Circlet mainly can have many different main stats. But for those specific ones, I'd suggest to take HP or energy recharge. It depends on your build and how you use the character, and if you have an energy recharge weapon or not. The Goblet, I'd strive for HP percent on these characters, because then they heal even more. And the Circlet can be health points or healing bonus. The most optimal way to level is to level the flower at level 16, because this is flat HP. The feather only at level 8, and Sands, Goblet, and Circlet at level 12. If you have leveled it like this, you can go to another support or sub DPS to level, and just let them be like this for a while. Another example are sub DPS, like Fischl, Shangli, Shangqi, and many more. The damage mainly comes from attack and elemental damage. Of course also crit, but since you're new, I just cover more the attack percent stats. So, as usual, flower and feather, HP and attack. And for sands, you usually use attack percent, energy recharge, or elemental mastery. For starters, I just simply go with attack percent, but energy recharge and elemental mastery is always good depending on your team and on the character. On the Goblet, you could strive for elemental damage or attack percent. Late game, usually you just take elemental damage, but it still depends on your character. For example, if you use Shenhe, then you can take attack percent. For a Circlet, usually you go for crit damage or crit rate. You can also go for attack percent if your substats are good. In their case, I suggest to start up with Flower at level 8, Feather at level 16, Sans Goblet and Circlet at level 12. Also, I suggest you hire the Goblet first, because the higher the elemental damage, the more damage you will deal in the end. But why do I still level the others when you have stats that are not necessary, like the Flower HP? The answer is simple, it's substats. They get higher every 4 levels and can be every stat possible except of the main stat. It's difficult to get the optimal substats, but in the next pictures I'm going to show you my substats and what you can take instead of another substat, what is also not bad, and so on. But before I get to the next picture, I want to say simply try out your characters if your artifacts are leveled like I said before. If they die too fast, then level up your flower, for example, even higher, because then you have more HP and can live longer, and so on. First artifact here is from my Diona. It's the set Noblesse Oblige because the 4-piece set is not bad on her. She buffs the team even more with the set, plus she has great shields and great heals. So on Diona you focus on HP to get better heal and a better shield, energy recharge to get more particles, and crit rate if you're using the Favonius Fold to create even more particles. Next up are my Yule artifacts. There you specifically want crit damage, crit rate, energy recharge, and attack percent. But what I didn't mention was that your main DPS should go for every artifact on level 20 level, because then you have the maximum damage output possible, since your substats are maximum level and the main stats. And the main DPS has the longest field time, so it's really important to make the damage to maximum. Next up is Fischl. They need energy recharge, attack percent, crit rate, crit damage. As you see, I'm just having currently 4-star artifacts on her because I built her like when I was AR, I don't know, 35. It was pretty early and long time ago, but still, she deals a lot of damage. Next in row is Utao. Her damage depends on HP, so you go for HP percent. You usually always try to make reactions with her, so Element Mastery is great on her. Crit rate and crit damage also is great for her. So as you see here, I got HP percent, Element Mastery, and on the next piece, of course, crit damage. There are now some more other characters appearing with the substats in the background, and I'm going to talk about specific element effects. So, Pyro characters usually want the Crimson Witch of Flame set, Hydro characters, Heart of Death, Electro characters, Thundering Fury, Cryo characters, Blizzard Sreya, Animo characters, Viridescent Banner, Geo characters, Archid Petra or Husk of Opoland Dreams, and physical attackers, Pale Flames or Bloodstained Chivalry. Healers usually use Maiden Beloved or Ocean Hued Clam, but Ocean Hued Clam usually is the better choice. Buffing usually happens with Noblesse Oblige and Tendency of the Millelith. Range damage dealers want Wanderer's Trapeze, and melee damage dealer Gladiators finally, but now that Shiminawa is out, Shiminawa is better than Gladiators finally in nearly every aspect. And the all-round sub-DPS set is the Emblem of Severed Fate. So, but why did I mention this? Of course, Shiminawa and Emblem of Severed Fate can be used on so many characters. The 2-piece Shiminawa and 2-piece of these elemental artifacts are always worth using on nearly every character. The Emblem of Severed Fate is a great set, you can use it on nearly every sub-DPS too. You don't lose much damage if you have a good Emblem of Severed Fate set, so you can just simply farm in this one shrine where you get Shiminawa and Emblem of Severed Fate many times. What I like about the Emblem set is that it highly increases your energy recharge. So the feeling of playing is very comfortable. So an example for how to pick your set is if you have, for example, Diluc as main DPS. You want a 4-piece Crimson Witch set. But the 4-piece Crimson Witch is really hard to get. I usually get 90% Lava Walker and 5% defense artifacts, so it's a pain to grind them. So you can just farm for 2 pieces Witch set and 2 pieces Shiminawa. This would be not much time investment and still the damage output isn't that bad. And afterwards, you can still farm, while you farm Shiminawa and Emblem, sometimes the Pyro Witch Shrine. This also is for other artifacts like Heart of Death or something. You can always make this 2-piece set. So, but yeah, that's something for, I think, a future video if you like this video. So, I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time.